sit back, watch the game. Basically, radar gun.
Yeah.
Radar gun's just watching the game.
It is.
We live? Are you?
Yeah.
Good. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you joining us for our second game of the afternoon, where the home team, Brilliance Sox, will be taking on the Road Warrior Black Sox here in beautiful Washington Wild Things Ballpark. Brilliance Sox got Ken Williams on the mound. He's their workhorse pitcher for this season. Every time he toes the rubber, he's expected to go as far as they can, and this being a 7-inning game, be a good time for him to continue his reputation. For the rest of the Brilliant Sox, they've got Jacob Bockley behind home plate, Samir Santos at first base, Mark Demko at third base, Jarrett Anton playing shortstop, new addition, Wadi Almonte out there in center, and they got John Williams out there in left. And they got Shiloh Finestead out there in right and Slick Vaughn DHing. And we are ready to get started with leadoff hitter number 21, Derek Hurt. Ken Williams come out of the stretch. First pitch. Low and in for ball one. Derek Hurt went up the ladder for that one. Swings and misses. Counts 1-1. Ken Williams gets the sign, the 1-1, and it just misses Hurt.
It didn't hit him?
Nope. I guess not. I thought it clipped that front hip there, but nope. Count goes to 2-1. Oh.
A delayed call there.
Very much delayed. This is the same umpire as the first game. He had a few delayed strike calls. And the 2-2, Derek Hurt will foul it away. Derek Hurt having a good season so far, batting .327. He's got 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Typically, you see him in the leadoff spot for the Road Warriors. Since Carson McCurdy has come to be in the player-manager role, as that pitch is swung on and hitting to left for a base hit. Derek Hurt takes a wide turn, and he's going to test it. Throw into second is way on time, and umpire rules him out. Risky decision, but this early in the game, you don't mind it.
He started sliding lower on that one.
Yep. So give him a single.
And out going to second.
Good job by the left fielder to get it in quick. He kind of hesitated going around first, I think. Most ball players know once you hesitate, you've already lost, as Spencer Henn takes that fastball for a strike. Spencer Henn batting in the 2-hole, playing second base for Road Warriors today. 0-1's taken, and that's strike number 2. Ken Williams working fast. Spencer Henn drives that high and deep into left field. Sending the fielder back, and it's gone. Spencer Henn takes the 0-2 pitch just over the waste management sign and left, and he gives the Road Warrior Black Sox a quick 1-0 lead. Good swing there by Henn. And that'll bring up shortstop James Smybert. As he takes the ball up and away for ball one. Williams gets the sign, delivers. That ball's up and in. 2-0 now. Interesting dynamic we got here in the booth. We have myself, Road Warrior Black Sox pitcher on book and play-by-play, and I have a Brilliance Sox pitcher doing the scoreboard right behind me. Want to introduce yourself to the crowd?
For those that don't remember me, I'm Ryan Tomei. I'm one of the sidearmers of the
As Smybert drives that one into right field. Back-to-back jacks for the Road Warriors. That one on a 2-1 count. And quickly, Road Warriors jump out ahead. 2-0 now. Back-to-back home runs.
Yeah, definitely Williams is making a lot of pitches, leading it down the plates, as definitely not the start he was looking for.
That'll bring up first baseman Frankie Podkel, hoping to jump on the train. First pitch is taken, strike one. Yep, Ken Williams is definitely going to challenge hitters. He's not going to change that plan, even if he gives up a few hits here and there. It's been working for him so far in this season. As Podkel will take that one, that'll split the right center gap. Center fielder cuts it off. And that's 3 hits back-to-back for Road Warrior, and they only have 1 out.
4 hits.
Oh, that is 4 hits. You're right. I forgot about Derek Hurt. I bring up right fielder Tommy Baggett. He's been swinging kind of a cold bat, hoping to heat up with the rest of this lineup. So he takes ball down in the turf. Williams not wasting any time as that one's fouled away. Might end up being on the highway. As we waiting for baseballs that apparently neither team has.
Kind of a little disappointing, as the foul balls were definitely brought back in from the previous game. So something tells me that somebody accidentally took all the foul balls with them from the previous game.
Somebody might have went and put them away. So 1-1 to Tommy Baggett. Runner on first, 1 out. Ken Williams checks the runner. Checks him again. Delivers. And Baggett fouls another one away. So we may have to wait a little long. Nope. Quicker delivery of a baseball this time. Count is now 1-2 to the Road Warrior right fielder. Vitas high, the third baseman stands on deck. The 1-2 is taken way outside. Two and two now. Ken Williams do a decent job of changing up his looks here in his delivery as he delivers quick the 2-2, and that ball is popped up. Second baseman giving chase, and he will take it for out number 2. I'm going to bring up V. Desai, the second lefty in this lineup already. And Williams comes set. The pitch. And that is strike one. And quickly 0-2 to decide, but he's been a pretty decent two-strike hitter this season. I've seen him drive balls in the gap way behind in the count. Ken Williams gets his sign, comes set, checks the runner. The 0-2 is taken, ball up. Left fielder Nate Thompson waits on deck. The 1-2 is taken outside, strike three. So Ken Williams throws a really good two-strike pitch to end the inning. But the damage is done.
Tie.
I just had a question about this.
Yeah.
I was just missing by 2.
The top of the first ends with 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Road Warriors.
Starting pitcher for the Road Warrior Black Sox today is number 13, Cody Bell. Road Warrior Black Sox have 10 wins on the year. After an 0-6 start, they have definitely been winning, doing a lot better job both offensively and defensively, and definitely have really poured on with the hitting, for at least. They sit at 3rd place right now with a record of 10-12. Brilliance Sox in 4th place with a record of 6-17. Brilliance Sox still on a losing streak, hoping to end that skid today. Right now they are down 2-0 to the Black Sox, heading to the bottom of the 1st. Brilliance Sox got some new additions to their roster, including 2 pitchers and a two-way infielder and outfielder. They will be getting a group of, I believe, around 4 pitching arms in the next couple of days. So definitely that pitching staff, the Brilliance Sox, is going to expand by the time the second block ends, which is around 2 weeks. And it's definitely well needed as they've been carrying basically around 8 to 9 pitches the last 2 weeks. So if you're Mark Demko, the manager of the Brilliance Sox, that should definitely please you, as arms are always needed.
Cody Bell finishing up his warm-up pitches. We're about to get started. We got, like we said, Cody Bell starting for them on the mound. We got Dylan Barbetti behind the plate. We got Frankie Potko playing first base. We got Spencer Henn at second. James Smybert at shortstop. V. Desai at third base. And in the outfield from left to right, we got Nate Thompson in left, Derek Hurt in center, and Tommy Baggett over there in right. As the leadoff hitter for Brilliance, Almonte steps in and ready to get started. Pitch is taking a little low and in.
Wadi Almonte, one of the newest additions from the Brilliance Sox, his first day here.
Pitch is taken outside for ball 1, or ball 2, I'm sorry.
Two-way player, right-handed pitcher, infield and outfield. He's finding himself in center field today.
Cody Bell quickly behind 3-0 to the leadoff man. Steps off the mound, regroups a bit. Gets his sign, kicks and delivers. And there he goes. Gets strike number 1. Three run from Bell is nubbed right to him. He darts off the mound, makes a great play for the first out. After falling behind 3-0, he's able to get a little cue shot right back to him for the first out, and that'll bring up shortstop Jarrett Anton. First pitch, like a fastball taken high and outside for ball 1. Bell with the 1-0. Good spot. Barbetti tried to stick that as best he could, but umpire says it's low and away. 4-2. So once again, Bell falling behind hitters as he gets that outside pitch called for a strike.
Interesting call.
Not very much different from the previous pitch, but maybe a little higher. Probably a little more on the black. The 2-1 from Bell. Taking a little high and outside for ball 3. So once again, another 3-1 count.
We're on the same spot where he called that previous one strike.
A little bit higher. The 3-1. Ooh, he gets the far outside call for strike 2. Moves the count full. Tough call if you're the hitter right there. That's not a pitch you want to swing at anyway, but here comes the 3-2. It's taken high and outside again, and that's ball 4. So 1 out, we get a walk, and Brilliance have something cooking on the bases. That'll bring up third baseman Samir Santos.
Samir Santos tied for first on the Brilliance hitting staff with home runs, tied with Trey Hunt. I believe a total of 5 home runs. Second in the league.
Bell fires first pitch in there for a strike.
Definitely taking a lot of strikes, these Brilliance hitters. Early in the game.
They've definitely been making him work. But he seems a little bit more comfortable out of the stretch right now. He gets a little chopper to third base. If he decides only got one play, he'll throw it to first, and Anton will move over to second on the play, and that's out number 2. So 2 outs and a runner on second. That'll bring up the catcher, Jacob Bockley.
By the way, the only guy in the Yinzer League who has a big-time shift on the right side of the infield. He's also the only 300-plus hitter with a net batting average on the Brilliance staff.
He takes ball inside. Yeah, Road Warrior definitely have quite the shift on him as Spencer Hand is playing in short right field. Outfielder's playing pretty much straight up. Rolls that one over foul. Count moves to 1-1.
Brilliant Sox hitting staff today coming at a .239 team batting average. They definitely get on base as their on-base percentage is way above 500. The only story about them is the ability to hit with runners on base. That has been a struggle for them so far this year.
The 1-1 from Bell is swung on, and it will be foul. Moves the count 1-2. A little out front there. Slayton Vaughn waits on deck for Brilliant Sox. Typically playing first base, but he gets the DH spot today. They'll come set, checks the runner, the pitch. Swung on and hit high into right field.
That ball's got carried.
Baggett's got a beat on it, and that's out number 3.
Probably just missed that.
So no hits, no errors, no runs, and 1 left on base for Brilliance. To end the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up the bottom 3 for Road Warrior, Nate Thompson, DH Jacob Lentz, and catcher Dylan Barbetti. A little bit of radio silence as I mark the scorecard. Ken Williams is back out for his second inning of work. Had a bit of a taxing first inning where he threw just that 25 pitches. Gave it 4 hits. 2 of them were solo shots. Road Warriors definitely came out to swing it today. Let's hope they can continue it as the game goes on. Ken Williams throws a couple warm-up pitches, takes a break, waiting for his starter, Jacob Bockley, to get out there as we see him running from the dugout. I imagine he's just going to take one and throw it down to second so we can get this inning underway. Yep. Ty, it's almost like I can see the future. As I said, leading off for Road Warriors here in the top of the second is left fielder number 34, Nate Thompson, hoping to turn his hitting stat line around a bit. Been a huge weapon out in the field, but he's continued to move a little lower in the lineup. First pitch is taken inside for strike 1. I've seen him be pretty patient, so I can imagine he'll be taking quite a few pitches. But he'll swing and miss at that one for strike 2.
Williams again attacking early.
I wonder if his game plan has changed a little. Maybe he and his catcher talked about it in the dugout. The 0-2 is swung on and taken deep into left field. Left fielder's got a beat on it, though, and catches it at the track for out number 1.
One push away from another home run.
So for all of these hits that Ken Williams has given up are mostly 1 or 2 strike counts, and the ball is catching a lot of plays. So definitely, if you're Ken Williams, you always want to try to throw strikes, but at the same time, throwing too much strikes can get you in a little trouble.
I bring up the DH, Jacob Lentz. He takes it low for ball 1.
But at the same time, sometimes hitting those corners can be tough as umpires have a professional strike zone, so sometimes they will squeeze you.
The 1-0's taken inside for strike 1. Counts even at 1s here. The 1-1 is swung on and missed by Lentz for strike 2. Getting some swing and misses. Well, Lentz has not had a ton of at-bats with Road Warriors so far. So he takes that one outside for strike 3. Ken Williams picked up his first strikeout, and it's looking. I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, starting catcher Dylan Barbetti. Takes fastball right down the middle for strike one. Takes the exact same pitch there for strike two. A lot of Ken Williams has gotten ahead of pretty much every single hitter he's faced today. Barbetti will take that one foul into the seats. Count holds at 0-2. Ken Williams gets his sign. Comes set, ready to deliver the 0-2 to Barbetti again. That swung on and hit right back up the middle. Just missed Ken Williams' glove for a 2-out single for Barbetti.
Another pitch right around the middle of the plate with a 2-strike count, and it was 0-2. Definitely something that should be adjusted. A good piece of hitting by Barbetti. Take out the middle beautifully.
That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup for center fielder Derek Hurt, who singled but was thrown out from the left fielder trying to stretch it into a double to start the game. The 0-0 pitch is taken straight into center. Center fielder takes a few steps in, makes the play, and that's out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Road Warriors, as Cody Bell will come out for another inning of work. And that'll bring up the DH, Slayton Vaughn, left fielder Williams, and third baseman Mark Demko. Much quicker inning there for Ken Williams. Continues to pound that strike zone. Hoping that these Road Warrior hitters will get themselves out. Cody Bell finishes up his warm-ups. Dylan Barbetti throws down, and we're ready to get started. The bottom half of the second inning, leading off for Brilliance, is DH Slayton Vaughn. Cody Bell's going to step off and regroup. Make sure he and Barbetti are still on the same page. Cody Bell kicks and delivers and gets a high strike with a swing and a miss from Vaughn. And a strike number 1. The 0-1 from Bell is way inside. Almost clips Vaughn's hands there, so the count moves to 1-1. 1-1 pitch is swung on and taken into center field. Hurt has a bead on it. He'll get his feet set, make the catch right at the track for out number 1.
Definitely some hard hits off of Cody Bell early, just right at the fielders.
A couple of deep fly balls on both sides. No wind blowing today, so you're really going to have to piece it up to get it out of here, just like Smybert and Spencer Henn did in the first inning. So with 1 away, it'll bring up the left fielder Williams, who swings at that one and takes it into left field. Thompson on the run at the track, makes a nice leaping catch at the wall for the second out. So outfielders being tested early on both sides. Good piece, though, by Williams. Unfortunately, no wind to help it out. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up third baseman / manager Mark Demko. He decides that Road Warrior third baseman moves in to protect the bunt, as Demko has been known to do. First pitch taken, strike number 1. So Cody Bell has definitely settled in a little bit, not missing as much, if at all. And he's keeping his pitch out in this inning low. Brilliance really helping him out there, coming out ready to attack. The 0-1 is fouled into left field, right on the bleachers on the left side. So quickly, Demko is down 0-2. Cody Bell wasting no time, gets right back on the mound. The 0-2 is fouled away again, almost to the exact same spot in the stands. A few helpful pitchers who are not pitching today helping us out with those. It's greatly appreciated. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Cody Bell kicks. Misses just outside and up for ball 1. Not a bad pitch there, 0-2. Try to see if you can get it to chase. The 1-2 is taken outside for ball 2. That evens it up here.
Mark Demko definitely known for good discipline at the plate. He knows the strike zone very well.
2-2 pitch is low for ball 3, so he's worked himself back into a full count here after falling behind 0-2. Marbetti sets up low and outside again. The 3-2 is taken, and it gets past Barbetti, but bounces right back to him. So with 2 outs here, Demko walks. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Shiloh Finistad, with 2 outs. Cody Bell hoping to leave Demko stranded over there at first as he fires over first pitch fastball for strike 1. Demko a good base runner too, so if he finds a perfect spot in the gap, he could score him. The 0-1 is taken low and outside for ball 1, excuse me. Demko a short lead over there. He's taken off. The 1-1 is fouled. So Demko will have to go back to first. And the count on Shiloh Finistad goes to 1-2. See if Demko tries it again. Bell looks in, takes a sign. And the 1-2 pitch is taken outside for ball 2. I wouldn't be surprised to see Demko take off on this pitch after he's caught his breath a little bit. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and chopped foul down the third baseline. And once again, Demko will have to go back to first as we do the 2-2 one more time. Bo gets his sign, comes set. 2-2 pitch is fouled again. Demko taken off and has to go back after his hitter fouls off another one. Cody Bell was on his way to have a quick inning, but Demko and Finistad have been working his counts as the 2-2 is hit up the middle. Smybert's there, tosses it to Hand at second base for the third out. And that does it for the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Would there be a run left on base if he ground into a fielder's choice to end it?
No.
So correction, nobody was left on base for the Brilliant Sox as Ken Williams goes back out there for his third inning of work. What did Derek do? Tied even what Derek did his second at bat.
Line up the center.
That's right. Do you know what the count was? Or was it first pitch? Let's go.
Actually, let me check that. No, I can't check that. Oh, it was first one. It was first pitch.
So top third here, Road Warriors still up 2-0 against Ken Williams, and that'll bring out Spencer Henn, who in the first inning hit a solo shot over the left field wall on an 0-2 count. Let's see how Ken Williams is going to attack him in this at bat. First pitch is taken inside for strike number 1. The 0-1 is fouled straight back at the net. So once again, Spencer Henn has fallen 0-2 to Ken Williams. The 0-2 from Williams is fouled down the third baseline. Third base coach Carson McCurdy almost makes a nice barehanded play on it, but can't come up with it.
Another 0-2 pitch right down the plate.
Ken Williams comes set for the 0-2 once again, and it's taken low and outside for ball 1. Maybe trying to see if he can get Spencer Henn to chase that. Ken Williams gets a sign, comes set. The 1-2 is taken outside again for ball 2, even it up here. Ooh, good pitch there.
Not sure where that missed.
Nonetheless, it's taken, and the count is now full on Spencer Henn.
Probably a little high.
That's a confident take there from Henn. So That pitch is fouled back. So starting off well behind 0-2 and works himself back into a full count. And we'll do the 3-2 pitch again. Williams gets the sign, comes set, the 3-2. Is hitting the middle right field. Finistad underneath it, and that's out number 1. Now coming to the play is shortstop James Smybert, who went back-to-back with Spencer Henn. His ended up in the right field parking lot. Pretty deep shot off of Ken Williams. First pitch is taken for a ball. The 1-0 is taken outside, and that's a strike, so the count is even at 1s. Smybert has been the Road Warriors' typical third baseman, while V. Desai has played short, but these last few games, McCurdy has swapped them at those positions, and that ball's taken low and outside. Not a bad pitch.
Definitely getting squeezed here.
So the 2-1 from Williams is taken high and outside, so the count moves to 3-1. Ken Williams doesn't walk a ton of hitters, so he's probably gonna come in here with it. 3-1 is taken outside for strike number 2.
Same spot where the ball was called earlier. And one thing as a coach, as a manager, any manager, the one thing that will definitely get them going is when the umpire is going to change the strike zone.
3-2 is taken into left field. That's going to be trouble. And it bounces down the line, and I think it has gone over the wall for a ground rule double. So good 3-2 at bat there from Smybert. Ball wasn't hit hard, but it just kept going away and away from the left fielder. Was hit high enough to get a good bounce over that wall. So with 1 out and a runner on second, that'll bring up first baseman Frankie Podkol, who singled his first at bat. Second baseman playing a little close to the bag. First pitch is taken. Strike 1. Frankie looked a little disappointed in himself, like that's a pitch he wanted to tee off on. 0-1 from Williams is swung on and hit in the 5-6 hole. Left fielder comes up with it. They're going to hold Smybert at third. Throw misses the cutoff man, but Bockley able to make the play real quick to hold Podkol at first. So back-to-back hits here for the Road Warriors. Now we got first and third, 1 out. And that'll bring up Tommy Baggett, who popped up to the second baseman his first at bat.
This is a definite ground ball situation.
First pitch taken for strike 1. And Williams really hoping for that ground ball, and on the opposite end, Baggett hoping to put a ball in the air to score him. As that ball's hit down the left field line, it's going to slice foul. So quickly down 0-2 here. Baggett will step in. Down 0-2 here with 1 out. Hoping he can do something productive with those 2 strikes to give his team another run. Wouldn't be surprised to see Podkol on the move to stab a double play, but he's going to Baggett fouls that one away right into the first base side seats down here. I really want to open these windows so I can make a play on one foul ball that comes back here. But it's too hot.
Yeah, that'll be a way to hurt your pitching hand.
The 0-2 again fouled straight back, so we'll do it one more time.
Definitely another 0-2 pitch right down the plates.
Williams comes set, checks the runner at first. The 0-2, taken outside for a ball. Road Warriors definitely working the counts against Williams this inning, hoping to get that pitch count up and attack that Brilliance Sox bullpen. The 1-2 is swung on and hit high in the air. Shortstop Anton is calling it.
Big out for Williams.
Very big out. Unfortunately for Baggett, that was just not a – he did what he wanted to do, put it in the air, just couldn't get it deep enough to the outfield to do anything. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up V. Desai, who struck out looking his first at bat. First pitch is taken. Oh, nope.
Yeah,
He said he swung.
he won.
Yeah, I was looking down at the scorecard. Go 1 is taken outside, so the count is even at 1s. Ken Williams working very, very fast still. Doesn't want to give them any time to breathe. The 1-1 is taken high. Vodka definitely staying still over there at first. 2-1 is taken high again. Desai kind of ducks out of the way there. So 3-1 with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Maybe see Potko on the move in a 3-1 count. Not likely. He doesn't go, and that ball's taken outside for strike 2, and V. Desai does not agree. Lockley signaling to his infield to throw it across.
Gotta earn what you get. Can't just go up to the plate thinking you're gonna walk.
V. Desai steps in. The 3-2 is swung on and hit right at Samir Santos, who steps on first for the 3rd out. So Ken Williams escapes a little bit of danger there. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Road Warriors. Coming up in the bottom half of the 3rd for the Road Warriors, it'll be the 9-hole hitter, second baseman Jimmy Boyce, and then we're back up to the top. So far, the only action that Brilliance has had against Cody Bell is 2 walks. Cody Bell has been able to keep his pitch count moderately low so far. Hoping to save the Road Warrior bullpen. Not a whole lot of arms down there. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 7, Jimmy Boyce for Brilliant Sox. Started the season with the Road Warriors, but was traded over, possibly to get more playing time, as I see him playing every day with Brilliance and holding down that second base position pretty well. So he swings first pitch and hits it right through the 5-6 hole, just under V-sized glove. And that's the first hit for Brilliance. Good piece of hitting. Came out there ready to attack it. And it gets us back to the top of the lineup for Wadi Almonte. Almonte grounded out right back to the pitcher his first at bat. First pitch taken upstairs for ball one. Cody Bell checks the runner voice over there. The 1-0 in the dirt, but Barbetti smothers it real quick for ball two. Two-0 is swung on, ground ball to second base. Hen flips it over to Smybert at short. And Smybert's throw to first is just a little late, but we get the fielder's choice over there at second. And there is out number one. All wouldn't hit hard, and Almonte was busting it down the line. It would have been a tough turn anyway. And here brings up Jared Anton, who walked his first at bat. First pitch he takes a little outside. The ball is swung on, hits in the shallow left center. Nate Thompson calls it and takes it in for out number two. So two outs, that'll bring up, once again, first baseman Samir Santos, who grounded to third base for the second out of the first inning. Cody Bell comes set, kicks and gets first pitch. Looked like a good pitch, a little bit low for ball one. Not a bad location there. The 1-0 from Bell is taken low and outside for ball two.
Another good hitters counts.
We'll see what Santos can do with it. Two-0. It's taken upstairs for ball three.
Not sure where that one is.
Cody Bell takes a little quick step off the mound to kind of gather himself a bit.
Dangerous left-hander Jacob Bockley lurking in the on-deck circle.
3-0 is taken well inside. And that's a 4-pitch walk with two outs. It'll move Almonte over to second. So 2 outs, 2 on. That'll be the catcher, Jacob Bockley, who flew out to right field his first at bat. And before we can even think,
Caught us all by surprise.
Almonte takes third when no one's looking.
Definitely some quiet feet. Even caught me surprised.
So 2 outs. Now there's runners on the corners for Jacob Bockley. Pitch misses upstairs again. far. Betty comes out to the mound to check on Cody, give him a breather, kind of work through how they're going to attack Broccoli. Another dangerous hitter. Slayton Vaughn, the DH, lurking on deck. And you don't want bases loaded with him hitting. The 1-0's taken low and outside. Really good pitch, but umpire calls it ball 2.
Yeah, one thing I definitely learned in professional baseball so far is if you're not around the zone, you will not get those corners.
2-0 from Bell is taken outside, ball 3.
But I definitely agree with you, Mark. Those are some very questionable calls.
Getting a tad inconsistent today, but nothing terrible yet. We'll do it again, 3-0. Cody Bell kicks, and he misses outside again. So back-to-back walks, and that'll bring up DH Slayton Vaughn, who flew out to center his first at-bat.
Another good opportunity for the Brilliance Sox to try to drive some runs.
Great opportunity.
As like what I said earlier before, one of their biggest struggles offensively this year is hitting with runners in scoring position.
Cody Bell wasting no time, toes the rubber here, gets his sign, comes set. Kicks and delivers and misses outside.
We got time right here as manager Carson McCurdy out to talk to Cody Bell. Before a little intel, before the season even started, McCurdy was actually supposed to be the manager of the Roadway Black Sox until he got signed by the West Virginia Power. And then Dave Kazmitsky, also known as Dave Casey, took over as when Carson McCurdy got signed by the West Virginia Power. He is rumored to be on the signing markets in the next couple days. But until then, when he got released, he will be coaching his team along with Dave Casey.
Been doing a real good job of it, too. He's a really good leader in the dugout, along with Nate Thompson.
No doubt.
So after their little powwow on the mound, Cody Bell toes the rubber and gets ready to deliver the 1-0 to Vaughn. Pitch is swung on and taken deep into left field. Grand slam for Slayton Vaughn.
Boy,
And Brilliance have a grand slam and a 2-run lead.
Ooh. Boy, the Brilliance Sox definitely needed that. They definitely wanted to try to get some hits, the run score positions. They sure got one here, and it's the big one.
The league leader in doubles. That's on his second home run all year.
Slayton Vaughn?
You wouldn't know it looking at Slayton Vaughn that he's leading the entire Yinzer in doubles.
14.
Everybody also looks at Slayton Vaughn as like a big-time Adam Dunn hitter just hitting from the right side. Big machine up there.
I can see that.
That pitch was inside corner, strike 1.
Ball misses low and outside.
So now Kim Williams has a 4-2 lead.
That's probably got him feeling a little bit better in the dugout. Not a bad pitch inside, but it misses too much of the black for ball 2. Williams flew out to left his first at bat as he swings and rolls over that one to V. Desai. V. Desai steps and throws. Low throw, but Pac was able to get it out of the turf for the third out. So the Brilliance Sox pick up 4 big runs on one big swing from Slayton Vaughn. they get 4 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. For those of you just joining us for our mid-afternoon competition between Brilliance and the Road Warrior Black Sox, we really do appreciate it. We also ask you to feel free to join the live chat, give us your thoughts, or send me some good jokes to say on air. We also, if you haven't already, ask you if you would subscribe and like the Yinzer Baseball Confederacy YouTube channel. That helps us out a lot. As we get ready to start the top of the 4th, Ken Williams back out there. That inning was a perfect example of how much walks can hurt you, especially when you get ahead with 2 outs.
It is actually sometimes the story of the Brilliance Sox pitching as well, aside from the Road Warriors. As there will be games where sometimes the pitchers would completely lost it, they'll walk the house and then end up giving the big-time hits. But so far, when it comes to throwing strikes, games have been close for the Brilliance. So when it comes to ending a losing skid, you definitely want to come together as a team. Not just throw strikes as a pitching staff, but also hit runs from position. And so far, so good for the Brilliant Sox.
Here we go, top of the 4th. That'll bring up the bottom 3 for the Road Warriors again as number 34, Nate Thompson, steps in for his 2nd at-bat of the day. Kid Williams fires in for strike 1.
Thompson nearly went yard his first at-bat, just probably got under it just a bit. Former Washington Wild Things.
He was actually on the Brilliance last year in the Yinzer as he check swings and fouls that one away. So quickly, again, down 0-2.
Where's pitch count?
I got him at 65.
Yeah.
Or 67 right now.
Shout out to Trey Hunt asking about his pitch counts.
As Nate Thompson takes that low for ball 1.
That's pretty good. Some action in the Brilliance bullpen as newly acquired pitcher. Give me 1 minute so I can get the name. Keaton Sullivan.
1-2 is taken low inside for ball 2.
Former Joliet Slammers pitcher in the Frontier League. Just got recently signed by the Brilliant Sox yesterday. Keaton Sullivan playing catch in the bullpen. Brilliant Sox definitely have a fresh bullpen with the exception of one arm.
And Nate Thompson swings through that and Ken Williams gets the strikeout for out number 1.
Definitely much needed that. So Brilliant Sox definitely a fresh bullpen today. On the other hand of the Road Warrior Black Sox, they definitely have a fresh bullpen with the exception of another arm. Both of their side armors are down today. Otherwise, everybody else is fresh.
First pitch to Jacob Lentz is inside and on the dirt for ball 1. Jacob Lentz 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the 2nd inning. Ken Williams steps off and regroups, tries it again. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled off. So we're even at 1-1 here.
Definitely a big inning for Ken Williams after his teammates scored 4 runs for him in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, that'll definitely give you a boost of confidence. 1-1 is swung on and also fouled back into the first base side stands. And he's quickly behind 1-2.
Another pitcher's count here for Ken Williams.
He's had a lot of those.
That'll definitely get you a lot of success.
1-2 is swung on and lifted into center, a little shallow. Center fielder giving chase and can't come up with a sliding catch. That's going to be a single for Lynn. It's a great effort. It's a tough play running in like that. You don't know if you want to dive or slide. He chose to slide, and it just couldn't stick in his glove. So with one out, runner on first. That'll bring up catcher Dylan Barbetti. He singled his last at bat.
Not big of a lead at first base, especially against a lefty.
It's taken for a ball. Jacob Lentz doesn't strike me as a typical base stealer, but he might sneak one if he gets a good enough jump. Williams gets his sign, checks the runner. The 1-0. Taken for strike one. One is taken inside for a ball. 2-1 here. Lentz not taking any chances. Very short leads over there at first. As Ken Williams steps off to get a feel for the situation here. Barbetti gets back in here. Barbetti takes that ball upstairs and count now moves to 3-1.
What do you think, Mark? A little hit and run here?
It's a possibility. 3-1 is swung on and popped over to the right side of the infield. Jimmy Boyce, second baseman, calling for it. Catches it in short right field, and there's out number 2.
So definitely not a hit and run.
Definitely not.
A hit. Definitely a hit and watch.
So with 2 outs, that'll get us back to the top of the lineup again for Derek Hurt. Derek Hurt, 1 for 2. He was thrown out, stretching a single into a double in the first inning. It lined out to center in the top of the second. Ken Williams delivers. He swings first pitch.
I believe we got a foul ball.
Oh, yeah. I guess he got a tad piece of it.
Likely saying a few words to the umpire.
Maybe a foul ball clipped him a bit. Just give him time to breathe and walk it off a bit if he needs to. But he seems to be okay as Ken Williams toes the rubber again for the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit pretty well in the right center. Almonte runs it down in the gap for the third out. Good piece by Derek Hurt, but unfortunately Almonte was on his wheels.
Definitely the response the Brilliance needs from their pitching staff after scoring and taking the lead.
So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base for the Road Warrior Black Sox.
What happened there?
Huh?
What happened there?
Fly out to center.
This is actually the Brilliance Sox first lead ever since the last time Ken Williams took the mound, and that was against the Road Warrior Black Sox around last week, I believe Sunday, if I'm correct.
I think you are, actually.
So definitely a much-needed 0 for the Brilliance. They're looking to expand their lead against Cody Bell. Let's see if Cody Bell can have a relaxed 4th inning after getting into some walk trouble in the bottom of 3rd.
What did John Williams do?
He chopped to 3rd.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
5-3. Brilliance Sox bullpen definitely resting as Ken Williams escaped the 4th. But definitely Williams is at a high pitch count. So
He is at 81 pitches right now. I wonder how much longer they'll let him go. If they could put up a few more runs here, they'll probably let him go until he gets too tired.
if I were manager Mark Demko, I would definitely have that bullpen at least play catch. But I agree with you, Mark. that Ken Williams in the past has been a workhorse and will not afraid to go complete games as he leads the Yinzer League in complete games this year. I believe around 4.
Ken, yeah. Actually, thank you for reminding me.
That's what happens when you throw a lot of strikes. You can go forever, or it can get you in a lot of trouble.
Sometimes, like when hitters see you more than around 2 to 3 times, they get an idea of what your plan is, and sometimes that may not get you tired, but that can also be a signal of departure.
So bottom of the 4th here, Mark Demko leads off.
I'll be around.
His first at bat in the 2nd inning, he walked. First pitch from Bell is taken way outside for ball 1.
Washington Wild Things.
1-0 is taken outside again. 2-0. No action yet in the Road Warrior bullpen. Cody Bell kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss from Demko. 2-1 now.
Still a hitter's count here. Definitely the right pitch to take a hack on 2-0.
Two-one from Bell. Swung on and fouled back just left of the Brilliant Sox on deck circle. Cody Bell gets a new ball, and the count moves to 2-2. Demko in his first at bat fell behind 0-2 and worked it back to 3-2 and eventually walked. Definitely looking to get a longer count this at bat as well. 2-2 is taken outside, so another 3-2 count for Demko. That pitch is ripped down the first base line. Paco bobbles it for a second, takes it himself, and there's out number 1.
Demko flying down there on the first base line.
Demko definitely added some pressure. Was hoping he could maybe beat that out.
Brilliant Sox definitely have a lot of fast runners throughout their offensive batting lineup, especially on their bench. So they probably have the most fast runners, I say, stolen bases even throughout the Yinzer League. So definitely has some speed there.
This first pitch to Finestead is taken for strike 1. Finestead grounded into a fielder's choice his first at bat that led Demko to get out as that pitch is fouled away. So quickly behind 0-2 here.
Much better job by Cody Bell getting ahead of the hitters.
It becomes you know this, Tomeo, it becomes a different mindset once you get that leadoff man out.
Absolutely. I've been taught by one of the best indie ball managers last year that if you cannot get the leadoff guy out, 90% of the time they'll end up scoring.
That pitch is also fouled away. So we'll do the 0-2 again.
A special guy who taught me that was Mark Mason of the York Revolution. He was my first ever manager in pro baseball.
The 0-2 again to Finestead. Is swung on, hit into center field, moving Derek Hurt back, but he makes the catch, and there's out number 2. Definitely Cody Bell back in his rhythm. So 2 outs, that'll bring up the 9 hole, who kind of got the rally started for the Brilliant Sox last inning, Jimmy Boyce. He singled, but was thrown out at second on the fielder's choice. But then the Brilliant Sox kept rolling from there. He takes first pitch for a strike there.
Looked like a changeup.
A good location from Bell. The 0-1 is swung on and hit in the middle right field. Nate Thompson has a beat on it. Sets his feet, and there's a third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base.
Going to the 5th inning. Ken Williams taking the mound again. Brilliant Sox are actually still looking for their first win this year against the Roadway Black Sox. They have beaten every other Yinzer team except for the Roadway Black Sox. And that goes for every other team. Every Yinzer team has beaten every other Yinzer team except for the Brilliant Sox beating the Roadway Black Sox. So a good, interesting fact there.
That's actually interesting. I didn't know that. I thought y'all at least had one win against
Nope.
us. But maybe Ken Williams looking to change that today. He comes out for his 5th inning of work, pitching still with his 2-run lead. Road Warriors have not had a shortage of hits. Just unfortunately, the 2 runs came from 2 solo shots. Getting runners on base, just not really being able to capitalize on it. And on the other side, the Brilliant Sox definitely capitalized on getting runners on base today, so far.
Yeah, just like what I was sharing to you earlier, that the Brilliant Sox definitely get on base. Their on base percentage is very high, although their batting average is at below 250, which means that they find a way to get on base, whether it's by the walks or the errors, aside from the hits. And it's just about hitting with runners scoring position. But still a lot of time left in the game. A lot of things can happen. But so far, that is the story of the game. Walks can bite and hurt you. And here we are.
Top of the 5th, leading off for the Road Warriors, second baseman Spencer Henn. He hit one of the solo shots in the 1st inning and flew out to right in the 3rd inning. Kid Williams fires it in there for ball 1.
Williams definitely attacking inside a lot to these right-handed hitters.
Trying to get him uncomfortable. Second pitch is hit straight back to the mound. Ken Williams will meet him halfway and tag him for the first out. So a nice little 1 unassisted there for the first out.
Williams and Spencer had very good friends, so they were laughing it out right there.
So it's 1 out that brings up the 3-hole hitter, shortstop James Smybert, who has homered and doubled today. Ken Williams fires in. Strike number 1.
Looked like a changeup. Change of speeds.
Keep these guys off balance. He's thrown a lot of fastballs for strikes that have been smacked around a little bit. Throws that pitch that just misses.
Steinberg actually has pretty good numbers against left-handed pitching. Like, you rarely see lefties, even in the major leagues, who do well against left-handed pitching.
As he swings and drives that one right into right field, hits the Jumbotron for a 2nd home run of the game. And he brings the Brilliant Sox within 1. Good swing. Just as you were saying, how good he hits against lefties. He unloads for another one.
Yep, just like I was sharing. Like, Steinberg reportedly can also hit well against lefties, aside from righties. So definitely a good all-around hitter to have in your lineup.
Really good glove as well. So following the home run and 1 out, that'll bring up first baseman Frankie Podkul, who's also 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He takes that pitch low for ball 1. That looked like another changeup.
Brilliant Sox bullpen resuming in action as the newly acquired Keaton Sullivan warming up. Former Joliet Slammer.
2-0 here to Podkul as Ken Williams misses upstairs with that pitch.
Sullivan reportedly does have some gas in his fastball. Definitely good velocity change right there. That pitch is fouled by Podkul.
Definitely an attack mode there for Podkul. Up 2-0. Still a really good hitters count. 2-1 here. Williams gets his sign. 2-1 is swung on, popped into foul territory. Samir Santos has a beat on it, and he will make a catch off balance, but he looked like he had it the whole way. There's 2 outs now, and that'll bring up right fielder Tommy Baggett, who's 0 for 2 with 2 pop-ups, once to second, once to short. So after the little home run hiccup there, Ken Williams back to his normal self, getting a lot of soft contact as that's taken upstairs for ball 1. Good pitch there from Williams, a little bit on the outside black. Count even at 1. 1-1 is swung on, hit to short. Anton steps and throws. Throws a little low, but Samir Santos able to get it out of the turf, and that's out number 3. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Road Warrior Black Sox. As that home run, again, like I said, puts them within 1 run.
Biggest question right now, will Ken Williams head back out for the 6th, or he's done for today?
Seems unlikely only because he is.
He's at 89 pitches, so that's not even his top.
Yeah,
the year.
Ken Williams usually lives in the hundreds.
He's at over 90.
Oh, he is now?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do some quick math here. 81 plus 11.
81 plus 11?
Yep, that's 92. Yeah, I could see him going out there for 1 more. That's not even his max for the season.
Yeah, his max I think was 125.
Definitely a rubber arm out there.
So 2 ways can definitely play out here. All depends on who's coming up and what they've done against Williams so far. But if he goes out there, definitely go play batter by batter. As one thing you do not want to do late in the game is blow the lead and give the lead right back. So if you're Mark Demko, you got to play smart here with a close lead. All depends on what happens in the bottom of the 5th against Cody Bell. As the Road Warrior Black Sox bullpen seems to be quiet for now, but looks like there should be some action coming down.
His pitch count is low right now, compared to Williams. And he, other than a grand slam, he really hasn't been in that much danger. He's settled in a little bit. He had a quick inning last inning.
I agree.
So they're going to let it ride a little bit. As, coming up in the bottom of the 5th, the Brilliance will get back to their top of their lineup with Almonte, Anton, and Santos. Almonte steps in for his 3rd at bat. He has a ground out and a fielder's choice. So far, 0 for 2. Cody Bell delivers first pitch for a strike 1. The 0-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2, so quickly ahead 0-2 here. O2 from Bell is swung on, hit into right field. Baggett running in for it and makes the running catch for out number 1. Definitely easy to see on the scorecard when Cody Bell is getting ahead of hitters and attacking. He's getting the outs he needs. When he fell behind in the 3rd inning, that's when he gave up the troublesome grand slam to Vaughn. But since then, he's been back to his normal self, attacking and getting ahead. First pitch to Anton is taken outside for strike 1. The 0-1 from Bell. Taken outside again for strike 2. So there you go. Back-to-back hitters. He gets ahead 0-2. Anton, 0 for 1 today. He walked his first at bat and flew out to left in the third. The 0-2 pitch is taken outside. Definitely a waste pitch there. See if you can get him to chase it. The 1-2 swung on again into right field. Baggett on the run will get his feet set and make the catch for out number 2, putting him to work this inning. Back-to-back lefties. Pitches inside. I like that strategy. So 2 outs that'll bring up first baseman Samir Santos, who has grounded out to third and walked. He scored on the grand slam. First pitch from Bell is check swung foul. Definitely not a competitive swing there. Tried to hold up but couldn't. Santos will step out, readjust the batting gloves, get back in there. The 0-1 swung on and missed. 3 hitters in a row. Cody Bell gets ahead 0-2.
Santos looked like he was trying to crush that ball.
Definitely had more of an upward swing. So that off speed coming down, try to meet it. 0-2 to Santos is swung on, hit down to third base. V Desai fields it with the backhand, throws it across the field to first, and there's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Brilliance. That brings us to the top of the 6th, where we will see V Desai lead off, followed by Nate Thompson and Jacob Lentz.
Ken Williams going back there on the mound with a very high pitch count.
They're going to let him ride if he can have a quick inning here. Speaking of quick inning, Cody Bell had another quick inning. Only threw 10 pitches.
Yeah, what is he at? 92?
Pitch count
For
for Bell.
for Bell.
77.
Yeah.
Other guy.
92.
92.
Yeah, 92.
We're getting laughed at here in the booth.
Oh, no. His reaction to getting 92 is like,
Yep, as like what I was saying earlier, like it is a high pitch count, but at the same time, Ken Williams is known as a workhorse, and he is willing to make sure he gets every part of his work in to make sure that this lead does not get blown, which is a great attitude and character to have.
He is facing the lower part of this lineup where V Desai has struck out against him and grounded out to first base. Nate Thompson behind him has flown out to left and struck out as well.
If for anything, this is the lefty on lefty matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, contrary to Smybert, Desai kind of struggles against lefties.
Definitely some valuable arms in the Brilliance bullpen. So there's some good relievers that can definitely close this game out, including their closer, Owen Reith, who is available. He has the lonely save for the Brilliance Sox so far this year.
So Ken Williams and V Desai ready to start this top half of the 6th. I said V Desai 0 for 2 with a strikeout against Ken Williams. As he takes that first pitch a little outside for strike 1. Umpire's definitely liking Ken painting that outside corner. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled. Quickly down 0-2. Desai looked like he wanted to join the home run parade. But hopefully now he'll be thinking he wants to shorten up and try to get on base here. The 0-2 is swung on, foul, out of play. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Surprise appearance from manager Dave Casey. He has been sick these last few days, hasn't been at the ballpark. It's nice to see him down there. The 0-2 again, taken low for ball one. Hopefully it wasn't any type of COVID-related symptoms. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled back again.
Very good pitch right there.
Really good pitch, but also really good fight from Desai. Hoping to have some good competitive ABs, work that pitch count. Get him into the 120s this inning, and they'll get to the bullpen. 1-2 again. Taken upstairs, ball two.
No action in the Brilliance bullpen as Sullivan sat down. So this is all Ken Williams.
I'd be willing to bet Ken Williams told Mark Demko in between innings that he's not coming out. He wants this win.
He has a great attitude for that.
1-2 or 2-2 is taken outside. Good pitch, just off the black. So the count moves full. Really good competitive AB. Down 0-2. Worked his way to full. The 3-2 is fouled away.
Rover and Blackstock is definitely fighting every single pitch.
Yep, they definitely know what his pitch count is, and he know that he's going to get tired eventually. I don't know how Ken Williams does what he does. I've seen him in our house when he stayed with us sleep on the hardwood floor and come out and pitch a complete game.
I mean, it's not
The
that bad.
3-2 is taken up and in for ball four. So leadoff walk.
First walk today for Williams, I believe.
That is. That's the first walk Ken Williams has given up.
Still a little surprised to see no action from the Brilliance bullpen, although Reith and Sullivan are standing up. Bullpen catcher coming down, so definitely someone's getting
Oh!
hit now. As Thompson gets hit by the pitch.
He doesn't look very happy about it. So back-to-back free bases. That'll move Desai over to second base. As Jacob Lentz steps in for his third at-bat of the day. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
Sullivan gets loose again in the bullpen.
Bockley discussing with Ken Williams a little bit, maybe to buy some time. And also probably to discuss a little strategy here. So runners first and second, no outs. Jacob Lentz steps in. Ken Williams gets the sign, comes set, checks the runner at second there a little bit. And the first pitch is fouled straight back. Jacob Lentz was not wasting any time. He said, I want that big knock. On 1 from Williams. Swung on and missed. So quickly down 0-2. Really wanting to attack with Barbetti on deck, who is also 1 for 2. Ken Williams hoping to catch some good fortune and get a ground ball here. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. So after
Huge strikeout for Kenny.
a first pitch hit by pitch and a really competitive AB from Desai that led to a walk, he gets a 3-pitch see you later to Jacob Lentz for the first out.
As we got a pinch hitter here.
They're going to pinch hit for Barbetti. It's going to be catcher Zach Whalen, who most likely will come into the game to do the catching.
Former New York Mets.
That's right, Whalen, formerly in the Mets organization. I believe he made it all the way to Double-A. Fortunate to have him catch for us on the Road Warrior Black Sox. Ken Williams checks the runner. First pitch to Whalen is swung on and popped foul. Whalen again wasting no time.
Whalen is definitely a fighter. I was actually facing him yesterday. We had like a 12-pitch battle. And I was thinking, man, this guy won't go away. So he is definitely going to fight Ken Williams up there.
As he takes ball one upstairs there. Very good eye at the plate. Knows the strike zone. Has a good swing. He actually, I believe he leads the Road Warrior team in batting average. Kid Williams comes set for the 1-1. Whalen swings and drives that into left field. It's going to one-hop the left fielder. They're going to send Desai. Throw cut off, bobbled by Demko. Thompson thought about going to third, but Ken Williams and catcher Jacob Buckley doing a great job to back each other up. So RBI pinch hit single for Zach Whalen, and this game is tied. Thompson moves into second. Desai scores.
And that's going to do it for Ken Williams as he finishes with 5 1/3 innings pitched. Sullivan comes into the game with runners on first and second, 1 out. As now Owen Reith starts playing catch in the bullpen. One of the 2 sidearmers in the Brilliance bullpen.
Yeah, who's this?
Keaton Sullivan.
Sullivan?
New guy.
New guy.
Brand new arm for Brilliance bullpen, not just in this game, but on their roster.
We'll catch him in the high 8s. Maybe touching 90.
So Ken Williams leaves the day with 5 1/3 innings pitched and 108 pitches. That's on the low end for Ken Williams as far as pitch count is concerned, but did a decent job.
Threw a lot of strikes.
Threw a lot of strikes, had 2 strikeouts and only 1 walk, but he also did give up 10 hits, 3 solo shots, and just if you're just tuning in, Zach Whalen came off the bench and hit an RBI single to tie up the game. So Brilliance hoping that Sullivan can shut the door this inning and get their bats started. Because that'll bring up the top of the lineup for the Road Warrior Black Sox, Derek Hurt. Hurt 1 for 3 with a single and 2 flyouts to center.
Sullivan's definitely 1 pitch away from getting out of this.
Gets the sign from catcher Buckley. First pitch to Hurt is swung on and hit into left field. Does it have enough? Is it going to stay fair? It goes foul, and the left fielder cannot make the catch. So long strike for Derek Hurt. Wasting no time, swinging first pitch. Wanting to do some damage with that swing. So the runners retreat back. First and second, we got Nate Thompson at second, Zach Whalen at first. Whalen is also a very good base runner, so if he gets a good jump and reads the ball well, he could score behind Nate Thompson. The 0-1, that's swung on and popped foul out of play right above the booth. It hits the roof. So quickly down 0-2. Sullivan gets his sign, comes set. The 0-2, taken upstairs for ball 1. Good discipline there by Derek Hurt. At this point, when you're down 0-2 in a tie game, you're not going to try to do too much. Just want to try to put it in play and make things happen. And a ground ball doesn't necessarily mean a double play for Derek Hurt. He gets down the line pretty quick. The 1-2 is taken outside. Now we're even 2-2 here. Sullivan comes set. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He runs down the line, but he'll be out on the strikeout. But runners do advance, so with 2 outs, we'll have 2 runners in scoring position for Spencer Henn.
What was that, pass ball?
No, ball pitch because it was
Ball
get reach
pitch.
for it.
Looked like Bockley had his hand on it, but okay.
Well, he had to go all the way to the other batter's box to go to get to it.
So both runners move up on the wild pitch.
Pass ball is when you block
Yeah,
against
like-
pass jump.
No, that's wild pitch. Pass ball is when you hit it touches your
So
glove.
2 outs, that'll bring up Spencer Henn, who is
Catch it,
1 for
it goes
3
to the next.
with one of the home runs in the first inning. He swings first pitch and fouls that one down third base line. McCurdy almost makes a play on it.
Spencer Henn, a former Southern Illinois minor, played some action with them at the start of the Frontier League season this year.
Sullivan's 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Very aggressive facing the new arm. So down 0-2, let's see if he can shorten up, poke one in the outfield, and get 2 runs out of it. As I said, Whalen can score if he gets a good read. And with 2 outs, he'll be going on the swing. The 0-2 swung on and missed. So back-to-back Ks to get him out of the inning.
Huge relief outing so far for Keane Sullivan.
So we got 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. But the game is now tied. Let's see if Brilliance can keep their sticks going and put a couple more on the board and take them into the bottom of the 7th.
Got some action in the Roadway Black Sox bullpen.
It's like
27.
that's Dan Pellin. I'm not sure.
No, that's not Pelham.
I don't think so. Nope. That.
I got it. Eric Morrell of the Roadway Black Sox warming up in the bullpen. Onto the left side. Hard-throwing right-hander. Played in Pacific Association in 2019. Relax.
Shirt and doing the Minion song.
Road Warrior co-managers are trusting Cody Bell to go out there for another inning of work. His pitch count is relatively low. And he's had a couple quick innings. We tasked with facing Jacob Bockley, Slayton Vaughn, and John Williams.
All 3 hitters coming up with the Brilliance had at least 1 good piece so far off of Cody Bell.
And as mentioned before, Zach Whalen stays in to do the catching for the Road Warrior Black Sox. Other defensive alignments are still the same. Cody Bell set to get started in the tie game here in the bottom of the 6th, with Jacob Bockley walking to the plate to start us off. Cody Bell gets himself ready to get the sign from Zach Whalen.
Very interesting. First time I see Bockley without a shift.
First pitch is missed way outside for ball 1.
Shortstop this time not playing center fields, playing his normal position.
Bockley has a fly out to right and a walk and a run scored so far. The 1-0 pitch from Bell is missed outside again. And it looks like maybe Dave Casey's going to get the bullpen arm that's warming up right now going a little faster. Cody Bell delivers the 2-0, and it's taken just outside, but he gets the call. So now 2-1 to Jacob Bockley. Two-one misses just inside, almost clipped his jersey. 3-1 to Bockley now. Doesn't want to serve him here, but he doesn't want to walk him either. The 3-1. Taken right down the middle for strike 2.
Yeah, that was like a challenge, like throw me a strike pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Bockley usually good hitting with 2 strikes. See what happens here.
3-2 is popped into left field. Nate Thompson's got a beat on it. Middle left field, and that's out number 1. So after falling 2-0, he gets the fly out of Bockley for the first out. And that'll bring up Slayton Vaughn, who had the massive grand slam that until last inning was the Brilliant Sox big lead. First pitch to Vaughn here. Swung on, popped up in the foul territory. Podkul moving over toward the Brilliance dugout, makes the catch right in front. 1 pitch, 1 out. That helps a lot, as there's 2 outs now, keeping his pitch count low. Takes care of 2 dangerous hitters. And in steps the left fielder, John Williams. He is 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a ground ball to third base. First pitch is taken inside, just misses. Counts 1-0. 1-0 swung on and missed.
Very good cut.
Or he might have fouled it, yeah.
Yeah, foul.
Well, regardless, it's 1-1. Cody Bell hoping for another quick inning. The 1-1 to Williams is fouled back. So quickly, way ahead 1-2. Looks like the Brilliance bullpen has quieted. Maybe they'll let Sullivan go back out there. He only threw 8 pitches.
Oh, without a doubt.
The 1-2 from Bell is taken outside. 2-2. Those of you just joining us, we're tied 4-4 between Road Warrior Black Sox and Brilliant Sox. Ken Williams went 5 1/3 for Brilliance, threw 108 pitches, 2 Ks and 1 walk. And 4 runs given up, all earned. Cody Bell has started the Road Warrior Black Sox game. Kept his pitch count relatively low as he gets a swing and a miss on that 1-2 and strikes him out. Another quick inning for Cody Bell. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So the Road Warriors in the top of the 7th in this 7-inning game are hoping to put themselves in the lead and close it out. His pitch count isn't terribly high, but I can't imagine Cody Bell will go back out there for the Road Warriors. He almost had back-to-back innings where he only threw 10 pitches. Right now, he is sitting at 88. Not terribly high, but the more pitches he throws today will determine how long he needs to rest between starts. As Keaton Sullivan is seen warming up back on the mound for the Brilliance Sox. We said it earlier, there's no reason why he shouldn't be put back out there, but Owen Reith does hop up to get loose just in case. As he is facing the tough part of our lineup, he has to face James Smybert, Frankie Podkul, and Tommy Baggett.
From what I can tell, since the Brilliance Sox is my team, if I know Mark Demko very well, he has Reith up there just in case we head to extras. At the same time, you do not want to burn out Sullivan as we still have a lot more games to go. But definitely a good challenge for Sullivan, his first outing as a Brilliance. But Demko really trusting him on his first outing in a tie ball game in which, again, the Brilliance Sox are desperately willing to win and they're losing skid and at least start a winning streak.
So James Smybert steps into the box. He is 3 for 3 with 2 home runs and 1 double. He has been the majority of the Road Warrior offense today, which none of us mind as he takes first pitch for strike 1.
Good curveball.
I was going to say, they call that a ball. Yeah.
Definitely not shying away from attacking Smybert still. The 0-1 is taken outside for ball 1. The lefty-lefty matchup that Smybert was completely ready for today is gone, so maybe this might be a little bit of a change of pace for him. So he takes ball 2. Because ideally, you would like a lefty hitter to face a righty pitcher if you're the offense. But Tomeo said it earlier in the game, right before he hit his second home run, that he actually hits better against lefties. 2-1's taken outside, and that's 2-2. Good pitch. Brilliance pitchers have been peppering that outside corner, especially the lefties. Yep. Sullivan comes set. The 2-2 is swung on, hit into left field. A little bit of carry, but Williams is there. And there's out number 1. So another hard hit ball from Smybert, just got a little under that. With 1 out, that'll bring up first baseman Frankie Podkul. He is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He popped out to first base in foul territory his last at bat. First pitch to Frankie's taken down the middle for strike 1. Definitely want to see some pitches and work counts. Make these pitchers sweat. 0-1's taken low inside for ball. 1-1. The 1-1 to Podkul is swung on and hit the foul territory into the Brilliance bullpen. Counts now 1-2. Podkul lately has been a good 2-strike hitter because he can battle counts, fight off tough pitches. Another hitter that knows the strike zone very well. The 1-2 is checked upstairs, and that's ball 2. Tommy Baggett awaits on deck. 2-2 from Sullivan is taken inside ball 3. Pretty good AB here from Pockle. Three-two is taken way upstairs, and that's a block for Pockle. With one out, he heads to first, and Tommy Baggett heads to the batter's box, hoping to jump on this hit train, as he is currently 0 for 3 with 2 pop-ups and a ground out. Not hitting the ball very hard today, but hopefully he can change that with this at-bat right here. Sullivan checks Pockle over there at first. That ball misses inside as well. Makes Baggett flinch a little bit. 1-0.
This one, Joe.
The 1-0. Missed in the turf in the left-hand batter's box.
There's
2-0. Sullivan, who came out of the pen last inning and challenged both hitters and got 2 strikeouts, seems to not want to throw them 2 terribly good pitches, as that misses for ball 3. So in danger here of walking his second hitter in a row, as Owen Reith signals from the Brilliance bullpen that he is hot. The 3-0 is taken low and inside. Back-to-back walks here. So I'll put runners on first and second for the Road Warrior as Demko's comes to the mound to talk to his pitcher. Trey Hine comes out as well, looking into the bullpen, asking his manager what's the plan. He hasn't taken the ball yet, so it looks like they're gonna let Sullivan face one more hitter, which will be V. Desai, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Who was struggling with the lefty-lefty matchup against Ken Williams, but now has the matchup he desires. Hopefully, it does work in his favor. Sullivan gets his sign, comes set. First pitch to Desai is taken outside. Maybe a tad off the black, but still a good pitch. That umpire's been given that corner. Both sides of the plate. So 0-1 the count to V. Desai, hoping to do some damage. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. A little bit slower. V. Desai having a few words exchanged with the umpire. So quickly in a hole 0-2 here. Checks the runner. The 0-2 pitch is taken inside.
Oh.
Umpire gives it to him. Big strikeout for Sullivan. With 2 outs, that'll bring up Nate Thompson, who last at bat was hit by pitch. V. Desai clearly not very happy with that strike 3 call. Very good pitch on the inside black. Nate Thompson, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, as I mentioned. Moved all the way up to third on a wild pitch. First pitch to him is taken way outside for ball 1. Thompson, as I mentioned, is almost like a third manager in that Road Warrior dugout. Very good experience in indie ball. Very good leadership skills. Knows how to talk to guys. All around great guys. And he gets hit by another pitch. Right on the same forearm, and he again is not very happy. And that loads the bases for the Road Warriors. And Jacob Lentz coming up to the plate. So back-to-back ABs for Thompson with a hit by pitch. Same arm. Which I'm sure he's not upset because he thinks it's intentional. I'm sure it doesn't feel very well. Wearing it straight off the forearm. So Jacob Lentz up with bases loaded, 2 outs. Takes a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Jacob Lentz, 1 for 3 with a single and 2 strikeouts. Really hoping to break the seal and give his team the lead. The 0-1 taken outside. It's 1-1. That strikeout was a big out for Sullivan, but he followed it up with a first pitch hit by pitch, or second pitch, excuse me. 1-1 to Lentz. It's taken way inside.
Nowhere to put him.
Definitely can't allow another free base. You also don't want to serve him up a pitch he can drive into a gap either. A lot of speed on the bases. So 2-1's the count. The pitch is swung on and popped up on the infield. Who wants it? Looks like Samir Santos calling for it. Makes the catch.
Big outs.
Very big out with bases loaded. So unfortunately, Road Warrior Black Sox get the bases loaded, can't capitalize on it. As they get no runs on no hits, no errors, and 4 left on base. Three left on base, excuse me. Only 3 bases out there, Mark.
Got a new arm for the Roller Black Stars coming in on the 7th. As it is Eric Morel, the former Pacific Association pitcher in 2019.
Style in Cody Bell's day at 6 innings pitched. Really good outing. Had the only one shaky inning where Vaughn made him pay for a fastball served up on a platter for him. But other than that, the innings before and the innings after, he was really effective.
Some intel for Morel, former Washington Wild Thing, and former Gary South Shore Railcats in 2019, aside from the playing in the Pacific Association. Also, a former Pecos player, played for the Tucson Saguaros.
He'll be facing Mark Demko, Finestead, and Jimmy Boyce. Bottom part of the order for Brilliance. Hasn't put a ton together, only 1 hit between the 3 of them. Road Warriors hoping to hold him and get us into extras. As we'll have our 9 spot Zach Whalen, and then we'll be back up to the top for our leadoff hitter, Derek Hurt. So definitely the part of the lineup you want to be hitting in that situation. Gets all of his warm-up pitches, taps up via the side, and here we are. Mark Demko leading off here. First pitch to Demko is way outside for ball one. Both of Demko's at-bats have gone to a full count. He's fought off a few tough pitches. He takes that one way outside for ball two. So he's definitely looking to work these counts, get on base, make something happen for his team.
Demko, fast runner.
Wouldn't be surprised if he gets on to see a stolen base as that one misses inside. 3-0 now. Not a very good start. All walks hurt you, but especially leadoff walks. The 3-0 is taken. A little high for ball four, so
Very interesting.
not a bad pitch. Thought he might have gotten the call, but he doesn't, and Demko trots to first.
That's exactly what the Brilliance Sox were looking for, get that leadoff guy on base.
Wouldn't be shocked to see Demko on the move at some point. As Ryan Finistad steps in for his third at-bat, he's grounded into a fielder's choice that ended the bottom of the second, and he's flown out to center as he takes that one high for ball one. He's missing the zone quite a bit. The 1-0 is taken. Good pitch. Gets the call. It's 1-1. So Morel here. The 1-1 count to finish dead. Misses high for ball two. 2-1. No movement in the Road Warrior bullpen.
What do you think, Demko on the move here, 2-1 count?
With him missing this wild, so top, I probably would be a little surprised. But you're right. He goes and he check swings, fouls that off out of play.
Demko has tried to steal at least 4 times today.
He's gotten some bad luck with his steal attempts.
Usually when you're in a hitter's count, that is a good count to be stealing off the base. That's why I mentioned that. But you're right. So probably not this time Demko will be moving as he's already exposed the steal attempt. But yeah, every time you're in a hitter's count, that's always a good count to steal on, especially if you get good wheels.
Absolutely.
Especially that's when the breaking stuff comes.
2-2 is taken outside ball 3. So possibly even on a 3-2 count, he may go. He's gotten good jumps.
Probably not.
But like I said, when he misses a lot. I would say he's going to give the hitter behind it with no outs a chance to get on himself.
Probably not. It's the winning run.
Nubbed foul down the third base line. So we'll do the 3-2 one more time.
Now you probably do it. Now you probably take off. He strikes out. If anything, you're safe. If it's a ball 4, it's ball 4.
So 3-2 again to finish dead. As Jimmy Boyce waits on deck. He's taken low and inside ball 4. So back-to-back walks.
The bunt could be on right here with Jimmy Boyce at the plates.
I don't mind that at all. That'd be a good time to do it. Road Warrior infield's going to call a meeting.
Especially like what I said earlier, the Brilliance Sox are having trouble hitting with runner scoring position, and usually teams that have trouble with these types of hitting and driving in runs, sometimes you got to play small ball to help yourself make it easier, and just putting the ball in the air for a sac fly. So we'll not be surprised if Jimmy Boyce plays small ball here, and that's exactly what probably Trey Hunt's probably telling him.
Absolutely. They may allow him one strike to swing at, see what he can do with it. But then again, he may also be doing what you're thinking and just bunting first pitch because it would kill you to have a double play right now.
Yes, that's the last thing that the Brilliance Sox want is to have a double play. So definitely want to avoid that as get the bunt down, move these runners over, and for anything, he's safe on a bobble play.
Frank Paco playing in way at first base. He does square and he pops that one back. Trying to bunt for a hit there, much less a sacrifice, which now if he squares around again, it's definitely got to be a sacrifice move.
Well, interesting to see bunting for hits.
He decided playing his normal position, even with the bag. Paco, again, way in. He squares again, and he pops that one up and foul once again. So quickly 0-2 on the 2 bunt attempts.
Now you hold back and swing.
Hello, Pat, on the live chat. Unfortunately, Joe and Cole are not in the booth with us, which is a shame. So the 0-2 to Boyce is taken high. Not a bad 2-strike pitch, but he misses upstairs with it. Still way ahead, 1-2 here. Now Boyce is thinking he's got to put a bat on the ball here. Paco still playing a little in, ahead of the runner. Takes ball in the dirt. Whalen smothers it. Count moves to 2-2. Still nobody up in the Road Warrior bullpen. I'm assuming that this is Morel's inning, regardless. Gets a sign, comes set. The 2-2 is swung on, hit high, and foul out of play. Right over by the pavilion area. And we'll do the 2-2 once more. Even though he whiffed the bunt attempts, he's putting together really good competitive AB. Morel gets the sign, comes set. Checks the runner. The 2-2 again is taken outside. Whalen dropped it for a second, but pounces on it. Keeps the runners at bay, and the count is now full at 3-2. So back-to-back hitters with full counts here. Morel hoping to put Boyce away, or better, hoping he hits a ground ball. The 3-2 is swung on, hit on the ground. Smybert fields it on the backhand, throws it to third, and Demko is called out. Demko,
That's a very questionable.
not happy with that call. Still hasn't left the bag yet. A little bit of an argument from the Brilliant Sox side. That would be a fielder's choice.
Very questionable call.
Tough play to make for Smybert. He had to decide, is he going to try to throw Boyce out, throwing across his body, which would have been no guarantee. So he went with the short route to throw to third and threw in the turf. And fortunately, Vitasai, according to the umpire, picked it off the turf and got the out. So 1 out here.
This could be it because it's 26.
Right.
So it's either win or tie.
No, they're going to restart.
Back to the top of the lineup here.
Right now.
We got Wadi Almonte stepping in for his 4th at bat. He misses well inside. He is 0 for 3. He reached on a fielder's choice and wound up scoring. He was on base during Vaughn's grand slam. 1-0 the count here. He's had pretty short at-bats today. The 0-1 is grounded to short. Smybert to Hen to Paco, and he's no throw to Paco, as there's no chance to get the speedy Almonte going down the line. But another fielder's choice to get the second out, as Finistad moves to third base. So there's runners on the corners now with 2 outs. And that'll bring up shortstop Jarrett Anton, stepping in for his fourth at bat. He's walked and flown out twice. He swings at first pitch and fouls it out of play. Huge lead for Almonte at first. Paco playing way back, not holding him on. He goes, and he fouls another one out of play. Not necessary to hold him on at first because that run doesn't matter, especially with 2 outs. So quickly 0-2 to Anton. Morel looking to escape the jam he put himself in. A couple fortunate plays from Smybert at short. Looks in, gets his sign. He comes set. Almonte almost certainly will be on the move. He goes, and he nubs one down the third baseline. It's going to roll foul. That could have been the game winner right there. Fortunately for the Road Warriors,
You would have been safe.
It rolled foul. It would have taken everything that V. Desai had in him and his baseball ability to get that out. And even then, it may not have been enough. But we'll do the 0-2 once again. Anton hoping for that one magic swing. Doesn't have to hit it far. Steps in. Morel gets his sign. The 0-2 again. It's swung on, poked into left field. Nate Thompson will play. Brilliant Sox walk it off on an opposite field single just over Nate Thompson's outstretched glove. He gave it the best effort. They had him shaded inward. And he ran back, did everything he could, but couldn't come up with the catch. So the Brilliant Sox walk off the Road Warriors.
And their losing streak.
And they ended their losing streak on a very good at-bat from Jarrett Anton. So our final score for this game, very competitive game, 5-4. Brilliance come away with the win on only 4 hits.
Three hits.
No, you have 3 hits now.
Yeah, 3.
Did you put the hit? Just now? Okay. So, excuse me, 3 hits, competitive at-bats, and great pitching. Help them walk away with the win. Thank you for being with us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon.